How's everybody doing out there? Sorry for all the Kansas City Chiefs fans. Seems like the Eagles blew them out. I don't know. Somebody told me that they couldn't see I guess, the messages on replay. So hopefully, well, this is the first time that oh shit. Sorry about that. I had to mute that over there because it's recording on the other side. Uh, so maybe they can see it on YouTube now with the messages on replay. Because I think before when you watch the replay of the live, you couldn't see the messages. And that's because I think I wasn't going through StreamYard. But hopefully, Hips comes through, or Youngblood, or Mark. Ain't gonna be too long of a live, maybe about an hour. Just depends on who decides to join and whatnot. Maybe I'm gonna drop the link for Mark. Talk. I'm still watching a little bit of the game, but there's no point in watching this over with. So what do y'all think about Mark showing up and acting crazy like he couldn't get no signal? But every time I see him on every other channel, his channel, I mean the signal's always good. As many lives that I seen him at work in this convenience store. I mean, this is the first time that he showed up over here, and the first time that he had technical difficulties. Just trying to make it seem, like he couldn't get on, and he should have just jumped on and answered a few questions, and we could have gone from there. So hopefully, I mean, I'm about to call Charles. See if Charles wants to get on. He said he was going to be available around 9:30, but I'm gonna call him right now. Yeah, man. But I mean, Barkley deserves one, man. And after what the Giants did to him, he deserves a ring. Going on Goldie, just seeing who pops up, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are still watching the game and having a good time and celebrating. Some are mad, some are winning. I mean, but I mean, even through the Eagles are, I guess, rivals of the Cowboys. I mean, I feel like Barkley deserves a ring anyways. Yeah, man. That's what I want, man. I mean, it's kind of weird that he's done numerous videos, and in all those videos, his technical was good, audio was good. This time he decides to pop up over here. He had a two screens at a time, so I know he didn't have two phones. So either somebody was either controlling but shit. If it had, I'm putting the link out there, so that means he has to be clicking on two. He's either clicking on his phone or a laptop, I would assume, because he popped up to two tabs, and they both said Lamarck Big Dog, and that only happens like when you're using your laptop plus your phone, you get two tabs of the same kind, which is your. So hopefully, I mean, Mark or Hips, you know, And like I said earlier, I've been reaching out to a handful of people in that Alabama prison culture, and it's basically, to bring awareness to what they be doing up in there, because it's kind of hard, you know, for Mark to tell the honest truth of what really takes place in those and he wonders, how can I help the youth? Well, you can help the youth, man, by bringing awareness, man, by saying, you know what, man, if you don't straighten up, there's guys like me and plenty more that are ready to do, you know, some heinous and uh I guess unsanitized stuff to you. Cause I mean anybody can take a whooping, I mean, if you talking about you just gonna whoop me and jump me, man, hey, I'd rather take that than being held down and being violated. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of weird, man, that like I said earlier, he had all these technical difficulties. Yeah, he couldn't log in or his audio. I gave him a pass because maybe, he was dealing with the heavy traffic at the store due to the game. Maybe people going in to getting, you know, roll up cigs, beverages, whatnot. You know, that time's the rush hour right now. But I mean, I've seen him at rush hour and he still has never had no technical difficulties. He got I just want to ask him a certain couple of questions. So does young blood and I don't know if Hips does. I mean Hips already knows. Cause like I said, that Alabama culture, man, is some wild stuff. And it's like pulling that type of information out of Mark is like pulling teeth, man. He don't want to tell too much of what goes on. He don't want to, I guess, incriminate himself or you know pour more defecation on himself than what he has. So I reached out to a handful of characters, man. I call them characters because, man, that's what they are. They got nicknames, and just by looking at their mugshot, you can tell, oh man, that guy's fruity. I mean, their appearance and their mugshot and their, I guess, that expression that they have at that time, it's a fruity expression. You can tell, oh man, if every, not to say every Caucasian, but if majority of them are, if they're being picked on, this guy, they, by me looking at him, man, they got that look. So what I'm planning to do is getting these guys to call in and tell their stories. We're gonna hear the stories from I guess, the perpetrator themselves and the so-called victims. But these guys are not gonna be. Uh, I don't know if they're still perpetrating. I don't know if the guy's still a victim. I don't know. That's for him to tell his story. But one dude's adamant that he wants to come on and tell his story, and he's more of a boy. He got a nickname, and his story is more of a boy. And then I also reached out to another one that he's the perpetrator, and he's the one that we've been hearing about, like penetrating these dudes, penetrating these guys through the fence. You know, uh, all that deviant stuff. So man, what I'm trying to do is bring it from both sides of the field, man. The pitching and the catching. People that are willingly to sit there and tell their story and not be forced to be like, hey man, and not be held to the fire, basically, man. Because there's people that really want to do is help, because like that Alabama culture, man, is wild, man. There's a lot of stories where these guys are going in there, they're coming out with infected because of their abuse. They're going in there with short sentences and they coming out with basically a life sentence because they got tied down and they got infected. Or that other example, I think that other dude was about 2-3 days about going home. They hog tied him and they sold him around. They drug him up and they sold him around for a couple of days to numerous guys. I mean, it's a sad situation, man. And what tripped me out is that they interviewed that guy's dad. And that guy's dad was like, "Man, yeah, my buddy called me and said that they were beating them up." I'm like, "How the fuck are you gonna call this guy your so-called buddy and he's seeing your son going through this?" I'm like, "Okay, whatever it is, man. I don't know how you can consider that guy your buddy and he's just calling you to let you know that your son's getting, you know, this happened to him." I mean, it's weird, man. I don't know how they don't stick together or band together, because those are my plans, to get these two characters that you're gonna be hearing. I mean, some wild stories. One guy's talking about love affairs, couples going to war, and it ain't about couples, where it's two males and two females. These are actually four males in a I don't sexual deviant love affair, uh, riot, unaliving for one another. Uh, we're gonna hear the gruesome, the gorilla uh pimping. You know, man, it's good. It's gonna get good, and then you're gonna hear what causes the victim, man. He wants to tell his story, what he's still going through. I mean, they're both locked up. They're both still locked up. So, I mean, nothing changes. I would assume if you indulged back then and you still got a heavy number ahead of you, I don't see why you would stop indulging. And if you've been a boy all this time, I don't think another year passing, another calendar passing changes anything. You're gonna still be a boy. So all these dudes still got some heavy time to do, man. So I don't know, their current circumstances, if the boy manned up and now he's some type of dude, or I don't know if he's still a boy. But he wants to tell a story. But you can see from the facial expression, man, that they make on their mugshot that, hey, the dude's a fruit cup too. And even the dudes that are doing this type of stuff, man, you can even see their mugshot, and they got some kind of, was Lamarck a jailhouse pimp? Some boy speak up. I don't know, man. From what I get the understanding was that that one character, Reba, he's been locked up since the 80s. He's been knowing the ins and outs of that prison system. And he's more of a like a man, how can I see it be disrespectful, man? Because somebody said that Mark would use him to pull cases. So he was a guy that knew the system and knew how to get things done, contraband, move stuff around. He knew the gossip on the block. He knew who, what, and what was doing what. He knew all the players in the pitching and catching. So he was basically like the neighborhood snitch, that knew everything around the neighborhood, knew everybody's dirty laundry. Uh, he was the news that everybody can use. So Mark was under that guy, was under Reba. So I guess when Mark says he was breaking down packs with boys, I think he was referring to Reba. But Reba was more like, he was the one getting the stuff, and then of course, he probably don't want to get his hands dirty, so he has people like Mark and JG to move his stuff around, because he's known. He's been more. I think more people know Reba than what they actually know Mark, because he's been locked up so long. Peaches, yeah, man. If you indulge with Peaches, with any characters and that type of name, man, you're doing more than just hand to hand interactions. You're doing more like, you know reaching around each other. I mean, it only makes sense, man. Let's be realistic, man. We guys are you know are sexual deviants, even for the females as we are. We see a nice piece of female, and we're like, whoa. And some of these guys, man, they once they start indulging in that, they start seeing another man, like, I guess a female. You heard Mark's word. You start seeing them like females, and it starts becoming wild, man. It's like you start eating dirty Snickers. That Snickers is already chocolatey as it is, and these guys putting corn on it. They just adding more peanuts. Like, come on, man. I want to know who came up with this type of stuff. Like, I don't know, man. It's like like you would think that chocolate would be melting. I don't know, man. Is that the lube that they use? Like Snowball? Snowball said he preferred grape jelly or syrup, something sweet. God, man, the more it's like, man, I wonder why they want something sweet. I mean, that's your body's toxins coming out of there. It's like the human centipede. All them toxins coming out, and these guys putting sweetness up in it. Snowball says he likes grape jelly. I guess you know, every state probably plays a different role. Up in Jersey, it's probably that grape jelly and syrup. Alabama's them Snickers. I don't know where. I mean, what is it? I mean, we gotta ask Fleece what is up in Kentucky. What they doing up in and did y'all hear the story? I don't know if y'all can hear the story of what Charles was talking about earlier. Charles said the wildest stuff that he seen while he was locked up was some guy douching. He said that guy douched, and when that's he basically uh what's that word? An enema. He seen the dude give himself an enema in the bathroom. That's some wild. It's not a douche. It's a fucking enema, right? That's what it's called, right? An enema. I mean, that guy said he seen some dude unscrew a bottle shampoo, bring up some kind of contraption, stuck it up his orifice. Next thing you seen, man, it was a splatter mess. He said he was just went. He said he went continue back to reading his book. I said, man, what the? That's some wild. I mean, that's some wild stuff, man. So if you got a dude in the public bathroom giving himself an enema, man, it's like them fucking plumber. Yeah, YouTube be showing some wild stuff, man. Sometimes they be showing some plumber videos where that toilet be unclogging and shit, and they be throwing like log be coming out. Like there's a dude in Texas called, man. He calls the Pooper Society. He got the crust buster and shit. It's like I don't know how these dudes can stand that aroma when it's defecating on themselves. I mean, that's what that guy was doing, right? He was cleaning himself out. Ah, man, it's just the more you think about it, man, it's like I don't know how these guys. I don't know, man. I gotta question Hips because he's always just watching, man. He's back to reading. He's looking up, but back to reading, looking up, back to reading. I mean, I don't know, man. Somebody got to be doing more than just watching. Where are the other participators at? Yeah, man. I don't. You know, and it makes sense, man, because a lot of them dudes that are already infected with that type of stuff are the most flamboyant. I guess more feminized. You know, some of them probably been taking hormones. You know, so I don't know, man. A lot of these guys already have a lot of time. So the way they see it is like, man, they're gonna get their due, man. Like Mark said, 9 gun cases. That dude said he got 9 gun. I don't know how you can do it, man. I don't know how you can get your rocks off by some random person just looking at you. I mean, maybe after a couple of drinks or a date after you talk to that person, but just to whip it out and just basically look at that person and take the chance of that person looking at you and calling you a creep and be like, "What are you doing?" Man, because I've heard that shit, man. When I was locked up in the cells in nighttime, the lady would, the boss lady would come do count time. I mean, you can hear her coming down the count. You can hear her coming down the run, and guys already know, hey, so and so is working. Yeah, I'ma get her. You can hear it. You can hear the conversation in the background. You know what I mean? And then at nighttime, when she's doing the last count of her shift, you can hear her cussing that dude. Put that up. Would you do that to your mom, your sister? You know, I'm like, man, how do them dudes like being put out like that? It's like, man, you got all you. Man, I don't know, but like Mark says, after after catching 9 self-exposing cases, what's the next level? What's the next level? It's the same thing like when these guys go when they start off to being like Mansons and these type of guys, they start off hurting these animals out there in the woods. Cats come up missing, squirrels, you know, these innocent creatures, and then they level up. They level up to the actual bodies. They got to start small, you know. It's called a erotica taboosum. Man. There's a lot of words for it. I mean, I mean, he adamantly talks about 9 cases going on a mission with another. That's the other time he would band together with the Crip. Him and another Crip would go on missions, sniper missions. Basically, he would right, left flank, and attack. And there ain't no telling how many other characters are behind him getting their rocks off because they seeing them get their rocks off. It's just a sexual deviancy, man. It's like it's a lusted demon. That's what it basically is. Because how can you sit there and get your rocks? I mean, I can understand going in the shower and hopefully, you know, you're in the or even if you in your cell, man. I don't. There's way around it, man. Be like, hey, man, let me get some privacy, Sally. You know, you stay out there in the day room. You know, half a day you. And there's ways to work around, man, for your privacy, man. And I don't get these dudes like, and man, and the trolls are wild, man. There's a guy in the comment section. There's a guy in the comment section saying he don't that Mark ain't gay because he dates straight men, right? And you click on that guy's profile, man, it's some guy wearing leggings and his fucking balls from the back. I'm like, these guys are some wild motherfucking characters, man. Who takes the time to go search a picture with the dude wearing leggings with his balls from the back? Who fucking does that shit, man? Who takes their time to go actually go look through the fucking gay pictures and be like, no, all right, that one's it right there. Because that picture wasn't the first one you picked off the top. You had to scroll through a couple of ones to actually pick that pic profile, man. So I don't know how y'all guys like all these fucking images. Y'all go check it out, man. He's in the comments. And he's talking about he's been looking for Mark because Mark gunned him down at the gym or somewhere. You know, I don't know, man. It's just the comments are wild, man. Like maybe that guy will pop up, man. The one I'm talking about. If I can click on his thumbnail, y'all can see his picture. Cause that dude's wild, man. He said he's been looking for him. He said it, man. He said, I've been looking for Mark. He said it, and Mark ain't gay because I only date straight men. So I don't know. You know, if Mark still considers himself on the right path, but I think Mark went left 20, 30 years ago. It's too late for him to make a U-turn. He's too deep in that. Too deep in that doo-doo. Ain't no point of return from that. Once you taste that, man, that's yeah, he did, man. Way left. Too left that he can't come back from it. You know, he's still over there with the but I think the script done flipped on him. I think he's the boy toy. I think he's being told what to do. I don't think he likes it, but it's a different environment when you come out here, you know what I mean? You're not out here, not because you're the biggest and toughest. It's the I guess who's the more stable in life. So, I think Mark got himself a sugar daddy. Just once Mark pay a bill, lay the pipe down, cook, and they got a happy old relationship out there in the woods. It's like the true Brokeback Mountain story. That's I guess that's what you call the definition of Brokeback. Two guys out there in the country keeping each other warm, trying to portray nah, I'm still looking for a female, man. But then again, you see him doing videos with his banner in the background. You know, his minority, that flag got established in 2018, so it's not really too familiar like the rainbow one. Everybody knows the rainbow. So I guess maybe that's why he thought he was cool about it. That not that many people were gonna see those colors and put two and two together and say, hey man, he's out there representing his pride. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Don't think I got something against them type of guys. I don't. I honestly don't. I mean, I can't say I've interacted with them too much. Maybe, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can say I interacted with man, but I was younger, man. And there was this one dude that used to catfish dudes, man. He used to catfish dudes way before AOL, when people would, and this dude would catfish people, man. And he would have his brother go out there and get the money from the Johns, and then he would go back in the room and that would be it. He wouldn't. I say, man, you're not scared of these guys coming in and kicking in your door and fucking you up for you taking their money? He goes, no, man, they're a bunch of white guys. They're not gonna do that. I just tell them I'm gonna call the cops. So, man, you meet all kinds of different characters, man, when you're on the streets, and it's fucking, I guess that's why you're able to read all kinds of people, because if anybody knows Dallas, Texas, man, that shit's wild in Harry Hines. Harry Hines, I'm pretty sure right now, even through the Super Bowls going on right now in Louisiana, you got Harry Hines like it's a like it's a Vegas strip right now. You got them girls walking down and right now it's 30, 40 degrees out there, and you got these girls walking out there in one piece, two-piece bikinis, high heels, out in the open from like 5 blocks straight. It's wild, man. So I know if the trafficking's going out here, I know somebody ass is getting pounded right now for a bag of coffee, a couple of soups. You don't think that, just like how we out here having a good time, laughs and giggles, consuming alcohol, them boys in there doing the same thing. Somebody got to get up on them tables and dance. I mean, just look on YouTube. There's some wild stuff, man. And that's why, see, I'm interested in hearing their stories because no stuff like that happens in Texas, man. Not in the open. Not in the open where you got these guys talk constantly like you heard what Youngblood said, man. He goes, man, it's kind of sad, man. It's about 75 to 80% of the population indulging in that type of stuff. And he means by but what I mean by indulging, I mean by everything. It doesn't mean that you have to be penetrating these guys or sexually abusing them. You can just be basically extorting them. Making them do odd ends against their will. So just because you're not the one sticking it in them, but somebody else is paying you to be able to stick it in them, you're part of the problem as well. So I guess that's why the rate is so high. Not everybody 80% is I don't say everybody's probably pounding them dudes, but they're involved in that world, selling dudes off, man, because it's a tough environment. I mean, a lot of these dudes don't got nobody to send them no money. You heard with Mark. I mean, I don't know who was looking out for Mark when he went to Limestone and caught his case. You know, but y'all heard it on that video that he did one time. Nobody understands how it is to go hungry, and seeing everybody eat all these zoos and wham whams in front of him, and he ain't got nothing coming in. He said, of course it'll make you into something. Yeah, man, but you should have learned to hustle, man. Ain't nothing wrong with learning a hustle. You know, go work in the kitchen, go work in the laundry. There's all types of hustles in the prison, man. Yeah, those jobs are coveted, man, but act right. Don't go over there chasing them white boys around. You know, every organization is tied into certain areas, kitchen, some work in other scullery room. I worked in the pots and pans. Pots and pans was, it was kicked back there, man. Working in the pots and pans. It says, here in Kentucky, people are in the open with their same sex partners, respectful, which I mean, not holding hands or kissing. I've got friends who are directly and are married to same sex. Yeah, I mean, I don't got nothing wrong with that, man. The only thing I got wrong is like me having to explain to my 6-year-old, 7-year-old son, be like, hey, because to be honest, man, I don't even be kissing my wife in front of my kid. I don't know why. He even thinks that shit's kind of weird when he sees my daughter and her boyfriend kissing. He thinks that's kind of weird. So now I have to and now he sees these commercials on TV while we're watching TV, and it's kind of a hard, I don't want to come off like don't like these people, but it's just kind of hard for me to explain to him. I just tell him, it's not right. You see me and mom, we were meant to replicate, reproduce, you know. Just imagine if we were all fruity, maybe we'd be extinct. We'd become dinosaurs. So, hopefully Mark, he can come on here, man. We can have a good old chat. You know, I'm gonna see if Charles. Let me get my phone real quick. See if Charles wants to get on. Yeah, man. Hips. I think he's fried, man. But he said he'll hit him up. I mean, because I know a lot of people got to go to work tomorrow, man. A lot of people, you know what I mean? So I was just gonna get on here, do a little live and see if Mark was gonna pop up because hips. So, yeah, man, he was hips. Sometimes hips is real quick to forget about the topic. Have y'all noticed? He's real too quick. Yeah, I forget about it. Yeah, I did everything. Fuck it. He wants to move on. He don't want to. He says if it takes for me to say I did everything, fuck it, I did it. I get that, man. Hips, but it ain't about you, man. Hopefully, I mean, I know y'all. I notice the same thing y'all notice, man. He want to cut topic real quick. He wants to stay incognito. The least he says, the better for him. On to the next topic. But he still got a lot to explain. Because like he can't just be throwing and confusing the audience. Because it's like Mark. Mark said that guy's name ain't Johnny. All right. Second, Hips wasn't there. You know, and third, it was a small incident. So now, if Hips wasn't there, earlier in the live, Hips threw a name out called Sammy Cell. He said something about Sammy and Sammy Cell. So I don't know who's holding. I don't know who's lying, or or maybe Hips was in lockup when it happened, and somebody told him that yeah, it happened up in, or who knows? Maybe that's the victim's name, Sammy. I mean, because it had to happen in somebody's cell. I mean, if it's gonna happen in the cell, it's gonna either happen in JG's, Mark, or the victims. I would assume because ain't no none of my homeboys gonna run up on my cell and say, "Hey man, we're gonna defecate all over this joint." Is that cool? Say we're gonna use this as a crime scene. Do you mind? You mind us using your cell? Nah, man. So most likely, wherever it took place, it was either inside the victim cell, Mark cell, or JG cell. And right now, earlier when Hips was on the live, he said, "Hey, it happened in Sammy's cell." So is Sammy the victim? I don't know if y'all be paying attention, but I paid attention to that. He said it happened in Sammy's cell. So you got to start thinking, okay, where did this place occur? In whose cell? Charles said Sammy's cell. Who is Sammy? I mean, you got a two-man cell. I mean, I don't I don't know, man. It's just kind of it's just kind of weird. You know what I mean? Is Sammy the name of the victim? Because you can't even call him a white blood no more. There's been numerous people saying, "Hey, there ain't no bloods in Alabama prison system. There's no bloods, so we can't be saying that guy's a white blood." So I don't know who this Sammy is, but he said Sammy. That happened in Sammy's cell. So I don't know who this Sammy is, but sometimes y'all see Charles, man. Sometimes he be blown. I don't. He be out of his mind sometimes, man. So it's kind of hard. I mean, I can only ask him, and it's because he's the one that threw that out of some person named Sammy that it happened in Sammy's cell. And then you start thinking, man, be like, who is Sammy? And if it happened in the cell, in his cell, then was he the victim? I mean, that's why I'm asking Go Hips. I sent them the link. Hopefully, I mean, he can clarify. And also, man, hopefully, hold on. I mean, he's reading the messages because, like I said, uh, it gives you two checks when somebody reads the message, and They're like, "Yeah, it's been read." So, I mean, he read it, so hopefully he clicks on the link and 'cause, my question is like, Mark, man, like, if you I don't s Jonathan Schwartz, called him all this names, called him a serial, uh, lifetime healthcare to his victims. I mean, yeah, maybe some he finessed, some he took by force. I mean, it's you're not gonna be able to just conquer them all just by words, some you're gonna it's almost like pimping. Some you can finesse, and other ones you're gonna have to backhand every now and then, get them in line. I've seen it happen, you know what I mean? Like I said, I grew up in the area where there was a lot of these characters, you know, and a lot of these characters that were coming from out of state, so you would meet all kinds of people from out of state coming to this one strip in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, nah, I think 'cause he's always I think he's always most probably thrown off. I mean, that's the only thing I can explain, he's probably thrown off a little bit too much, smoked a little bit too much, and, but see, people don't understand, that that's just trauma of what the guy's going through. That's his, a way of dealing with this stuff, and it's kind of difficult to put yourself in that guy's situation other than be like show some kind of understanding for the dude to be like, "Man." I mean, I'm pretty sure he said it in another video, he's hit rock bottom, he's been homeless, he's been out there on that, I guess he said, meth or ice. He was on something for a while where he what caused him to be homeless, and, but sometimes he does backstep a little bit, but that's why I have to you have to hold him to it and be like, "Man, you can't be saying one thing and going back and saying another thing. You have to stick to it," you know what I mean? 'Cause then it makes you look like a uncredible liar. Imma call him real quick. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, man, they were doing some I mean, 'cause see, Hips, he even said that he seen, alright, man, let me know when you're ready. Alright, you sure? Alright, man. Yeah, I heard that, man. He said, send him the link again, and he'll jump on real quick, and let's see what he got to say, 'cause I know a lot of people, they gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't wanna keep y'all up and put, kids gotta go to sleep and shit like that. Yeah, I mean, there's 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 a lot of those dudes like that. There's a lot of them. It's just, Mark just needs to come out and say he's part of that community, man. He indulged in, indulges now, and move on with his life, you know? He liked getting pegged. He liked pegging. I mean, it is what it is, There's no point of crying over spilled milk, man, but just, be honest. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care if he's, like, gay. I just care that he's lying, and, like I said, there's not he didn't grape all of them. You know, he finessed some of them, and some, he had it over finesse. It's just the way it is. Not everyone is gonna be it's like when you go out there fishing, you're gonna get some easy fish, and you're gonna get some that are gonna make you work for it. Oh, it does, man. It does. I mean, I don't know too many people other than the people you see on documentaries and but like actually talk to somebody. Now Charles has been actually the first person that I've talked to that says, "Hey man, this happened," or and it's weird, man, because it's a guy, you know what I mean? But at the same time, man, it's like, hey, don't stop these dudes from discriminating. That don't discriminate just because you're a guy. But I don't like I said earlier, man. I don't understand. Like we as guys, we have a distinct order on us, man. More than the females. Like I don't know, even after we shower, a female can shower. They can go maybe shower without a day or two. We shower without a day. Maybe we smell like ass. We we stink, man. So I don't see how another man can be like, "Oh, baby, you smell good." It's just it's just wild, man. Nah, man, it's and in reality, man, that's why a lot of the guys banded together, man. A lot of the it became that, everybody indulges, man. But like I said, man, I had never seen two men kiss until I went to prison. And this stuff was like it was more of like a not like guy tongue kissing, but it was like more he would kiss his boyfriend like every morning, like like they would let us come out for breakfast and that would be the beginning of the day. So everybody would get in the day room and get ready for breakfast chow and the rows, 4 row, third row, second row, one row, everybody would come down to the day room and get ready to go to chow. And they stayed on different rows. So the dude would always wait for his girl to come out, and I would wait for my homeboys to come out so we can all go to chow together. That's the way we would move. Hey, we would wait for everybody to come down from the different rows or we would go in groups. So my first day being there, I see these two dudes kissing, man. They're not like tongue kissing, but just a peck, like like a girl. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? My homeboy said, man, don't pay no mind, man, unless you want to go fight the dude. I said, why the fuck want I fight? He goes, man, well, don't worry about it then. He goes, they're not doing too much, man. They already got the understanding that they want to do some stupid shit. They got their place to go, you know. But it's kind of wild, man. That's my first time that I ever seen two dudes kiss. So and in Texas, it's not like it's open like Alabama. Alabama, you got pageants, you got dudes selling dudes off like property. Uh, it's out in the open. It's not. It's if to me if me seeing two dudes pecking each other just like a girl kissing a guy, just like a quick peck, that was disturbing. So I don't know how these dudes can see another man attractive. Like, well, what is it? But I guess that's why you get the forced feminization, where they start calling them names, the female names. They start making them wear you know, provocative female clothing, undergarments. You know, that's why they have to do it. And that's the thing that's why I reached out to these characters. I want to know why they do that type of stuff. Are they forced upon, or the dude's just doing it because he's scared, or did he rack up a debt? And the thing is this guy's gonna know more other people in there. I've already got the predator and the victim, so it's gonna be a good one on that one. Let me send the link to old Charles because I already been here for a while. And Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, I don't. Why would a regular guy say all that stuff and then Jonathan come out? Everybody's done seen what this guy was doing. I mean, he's not gonna get no case. He just needs to be straight up with himself. See this guy right here. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Said Mark turned him out. Yes, I agree. I mean, that's why it's not really talking about the dead. You know, like Mendenhall. That's why Charles. That's why Charles really doesn't like saying too much because we had already talked and said, man, it's not really because most of the things Charles says he seen Mark do was with David Mendenhall. That's who Hip said he seen Mark do a lot of these things with was with Mendenhall. So but once again Hips was always just a lookout. Yeah, that is sad. Yep, that one. That is sad. That one right there, man. Poor dude. And that guy's like, man. But if you look at that dude that's talking about it, it looks like man, he already had a drug habit, and he went in there and they finessed him. Because I think these dudes are getting finessed out of it, man. They're going in there. Wanting to smoke, wanting to get intoxicated, and from there, I mean, they rack up a dep, and the blade comes out, and they say, "Hey, man, we're gonna insert this in you, or we're gonna insert the other one in you. Which one is it?" And it's kind of sad, man. In Alabama, I think Alabama has the highest rate of AIDS. The state, like state prison wise, it's bad, man. And and the thing is, not that many people are really aware of how Alabama is, other than the people that actually live in Alabama. Not that many people are aware of how the prison culture is in Alabama is. They think that their prison culture in Alabama is like how their prison culture is. I thought the culture in Alabama was like how Texas was. You go in there, you do your time, and it's not that flamboyant. I mean, it goes on, but it's not like out in the open. And then you'll know who it is. Word gets passed on, be like, hey, yeah, that guy, that. You know, it's not like it's out in the open, like in Alabama. Let me see. Let me see. Old Hips comes on real quick. I sent them the link, man. I mean, but Hips could probably be. I'm gonna give it one more time. Why would Mindy be? Yeah, you ready? All right, man. Anybody want to ask Hips any questions? I'm gonna put the link real quick. We're gonna go up for a little bit longer. Maybe another 30 minutes. Y'all can ask Hips any kind of questions. Uh, we go from there. Because I know a lot of people been wanting to ask Hips if was he indulgent or whatnot or whatever y'all want to ask the guy. Let me see. Oh, there he goes right there.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Chilling, man. Watching the game finish. I guess the Eagles won.
Yeah.
Pretty good game, man. I mean, it was a blowout.
I made me a piece of homemade chocolate cake.
How'd you make it?
I did. My mom did.
Man, homemade, huh?
Mm-hmm.
With the milk?
Homemade chocolate cake, the big old glass of milk.
Oh man, I can't. That sounds
Boy,
pretty
that'll
good.
make a fat. That'll make a fat man sleep good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, man. You should put some chocolate frosting on top, like in the
Oh yeah,
middle. Oh man, so it's like a chocolate devil cake, huh? Pretty good, man.
real good.
Oh, oh yeah, that one, man. Oh, the white guy who beat up his boyfriend because he said he had given STD. He was like, "Hey, man, Charles,
Yeah,
how are the STDs rampant, man? In lockup in prison?
yeah,
They are, man.
yep.
And how do people know, man? Like how do you know that guy's infected? Like for you can avoid sharing something with them. They don't come.
Now that my brother, I don't know.
Then how do you know he's sick? Like they don't like.
Well, rumor just gets out, man. You know how that shit goes. Hospital runner, man. You know, so and so came in there today, man. He got the clap, man. Damn, he got the clap, man. He's improved, man. That motherfucker been fucking ass.
Yeah, I mean, but you can only you can get that from orally and anally, right?
Yeah, you can.
Right? It's like it's the same way as the girl. I mean, the girl can give it to you from either the mouth or the cooch.
You're right.
So if that guy's been deep throwing some rotten meat, and you go over there.
Yeah, he been getting his fish out the wrong pond.
Yeah, man, it's wild stuff, man.
I
You
mean,
know,
you know, it's crazy, man. Is that I look back on it. I went through 30 years of that bullshit, man, and it don't even seem like it. I just don't let that shit make me no well.
yeah, man, it's some wild stuff. You know how you said earlier that you seen a guy give himself an enema.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's somebody shoved a whole shampoo bottle in his ass.
Yeah, man. Mac G wants to know when did you arrive at Limestone Hips?
Oh, I've been there 3 times. I went there first time in '94, and I went back in '99. I went back in '04.
Damn. So what you kept on losing your custody level and you kept on
Well, no, level fours in Alabama, you've got like 12 level fours, and they just every year or so they rotate people.
regardless of your behavior?
Yeah, regardless of your behavior. They was going through a thing of we'll try to control the drugs by every so often splitting everybody up.
Damn. And and you know how you spoke on the guys that would go gunning on the guards, man?
Yeah. Man, I've seen them walking down the hall not 3 foot behind the female guard with their shit out in their hand.
Out walking down the hallway.
Walking down the middle of the main hallway.
Yeah,
They don't care, man.
I can imagine it, man.
And there's actually women that sell pussy in there for cash out money.
How much would it go for, man,
A
for a
hundred
nice
dollars.
date?
A
How
hundred
much?
dollars. $100 for an hour.
Nah, I don't need an hour, man. Maybe 5, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like you're making love to him.
I'm telling you, this $100 be about 2 good 10 minutes for me. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't. You don't need a whole hour, man. Shit,
Hell no.
but $100, man. I mean, I'd rather just go. Y'all ain't allowed to have books in there, man. Jack
Yeah,
books.
yeah, we can have all that magazine too. I was getting about 3 different kinds of magazines. Fuck with.
Yeah, I remember one, man. One used to be called the Butt Man. You ever seen those?
Hmm.
Oh man, those were classics, man.
I used to like the old.
Yeah, you're gonna cough your lung out, man. Your fucking lungs about to cough fucking out. Whoa.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm running up in your cell. Hey,
Yeah.
Charles,
Yeah.
did you ever see anybody run up on Mark and take his cell, man? Run up on Mark? and tell Mark to fill up the bag? Man, you got Frank Whitmire over here, man. Say, man, get easy on them cigs, man.
Yeah.
You got to go easy on it. Mac G says, man, did Hips ever have a? What cell were you at? At Limestone, Hips?
What cell? You mean what cell?
Like what cell? Like I guess what building did you ever have a cell? Or were you always in the dorms?
I was always in the dorms of the park. I was always in the 15 dorm or a parking lot.
A parking lot?
I slept in the parking lot of 10.
Inside the tent?
10 dorm.
10 dorm?
Yeah, I slept in 10. I slept in 10 dorm, 11 dorm. I didn't ever sleep in 12 dorm. I slept in 14 dorm. Slept in 15 dorm for a long time.
Hey, they said William Burnett was honey bun.
Yeah, that was honey bun.
Man, how come you never told me that was honey bun, man? You knew if you knew it was honey bun, man.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking William Burnett was a big old tough white, like some stand down dude to push the blade, man. But he was a boy. He was honey bun all along.
Yeah.
What's going on, boy? Man. So tell me some stories about honey bun, man.
I didn't really know honey bun that well.
So who's the ringleader of all y'all, man? Of honey bun and Reba.
Everybody says Reba, but Reba has got to be the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen.
you,
She looks
you
like
never
she looked like her head ought to be a top R2D2 or something.
how were your interactions with Reba, man?
Huh?
How were your interactions with Reba? You ever had any interactions with her?
Have I had? Have
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
boy,
hips, hips.
yeah.
Did you, you did you ever have any interactions with Reba?
No.
No.
Not Reba. You talking about what Reba?
Reba, man, Reba, the one we talked about, the one you said she was an ugly motherfucker. The one you said he was an ugly motherfucker. That Reba, man, that one idiot. Oh, okay. Now that we're on that subject, man. Earlier you said it happened in Sammy's cell. Who's Sammy?
Oh shit. Let me tell you what. Tell you what I did to Sammy.
Who's Sammy? You said Sammy, man. Earlier you said Mark and JG happened in Sammy's cell. Who's Sammy? You don't remember a fucking thing you said to you.
Look here, they walked in the cell. I told
Did you?
I said, motherfuckers come over the house.
Hey, hips.
Yeah.
What about Big Ox, man? Did you ever have any interaction with Big Ox? Because Mark
Yeah,
was
look here. Big old said, man. Oh man, I get you a bag mouth sandwich. About three different kinds of good cheese. Why don't you get some good cheese if you raise it at the store? Somebody. He said, oh, you,
Who said suck? Who said? He said Big Ox told you that. What was this? How did you meet Big Ox, man?
how did I meet?
I mean,
Oh, I did not. You asked for this. I bet you asked for it.
she wants to know what you're saying. You mentioned it. Like, they for your backpack got him blow. Charles, Charles.
You know, I'm just telling you, you're stupid as well, you dumbass. Oh my God. What happened here?
You all right, man? You over there fucking cold. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking? Your girlfriend still over there, man? Or are you fucking just talking to yourself?
Oh, did you hear what I said?
I don't know, man. They can't hear you. They say you're a little bit too slow, man.
Oh
How
my
did they want to know how you meet Big Ox, man? Hey, let the audience know, man, because you got to describe Big Ox, man. They're just going off a
goodness.
name.
They got come out the kitchen. Okay, let me tell you the rest of the story and you'll understand what I mean. Okay. He said, I make the best sandwiches. Now look at Big Hawks is about 6'3", 4, maybe.
Oh, he's a
No,
little guy.
no, he's taller than that. Cause I'm almost 6. I'm almost 6'1". So he's like this tall. What? And listen, man, I cannot just begin to describe how black he is. You could like almost shine a flashlight at him. And you only thing you 5'6" was where the fuck is he at? You wanna fuck around, open his goddamn eyes, you lift a heart attack and die. You stupid. Oh me.
How much? How much was he selling the sandwiches, man? Since he made some good sandwiches.
So anyway, he's this great big old humongous black. Oh,
He's a big dude. He's a big dude, man. He's a big dude.
he's a great big old dude.
So the name fits him. So he's built like an. And how did you meet Big Ox, man? How was your interaction with Big Ox?
Hey,
Yeah, man, that's what Charles
hey,
said. He's a big boy.
hey, give me 5 seconds and I'm gonna come tell you.
Where you going, man? Where you going?
I'm
What
in.
you mean so fucking secretive like you're on a mission?
Yeah.
You're-
No, it ain't a secret. I don't want to wake my mom and dad up.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I
Yeah, let
understand.
me go shut this door, right? You love this.
He says they can't understand anything you say, man. You say you gotta speak up a little. I can hear you, but I don't think they can hear you, man. Let me see if I can.
I'll be right back. Of course, you're welcome to pay.
He's gonna go get the for you. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta ask him, man. Hey, man, he's probably having a good time, watching the Super Bowl weekend.
Not a minute too soon. What do you mean? I'm a sociologist. I'm specializing in the effects of
He's
mass.
over there watching Netflix and shit.
Specifically, I'm studying the influence of advice columns. Don't tell me your dissertation's on Marjorie Manners. You don't knock it till you read it. It's good. It's going to give me a teaching position at Yale.
Hey, but look, he would have never came out and told this story, man. I don't know what he's doing. Back. Y'all can ask him, man. Be like, hey, what are you back there doing here?
We're supposed to be watching the pool house. Watching the main house is much more interesting, believe me. Yeah, off goes his light, and on goes hers. Whose? Carol's. Now, what room's gonna be in the...
I think you might be right about that. Man. You might be right about that, infamous.
What are you talking about? How important is it for you to know
No,
what
he can actually. He was just eating chocolate. He was just eating a cake and drinking milk. I mean, he can't be too fucking. He's over there watching TV and having a midnight snack. There he goes, man.
I'm back, man.
Oh man, they're wondering where you were at, man. They said they would have asked you a few questions, man, but they don't know if you can.
I'm gonna show you something, right? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh, that shit looks pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Let the people see it again, man. It looks pretty good.
Have you met Michelle Thomas?
Hey.
Michelle.
What's going over? I got an iPhone, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, man.
It's the first one I want to throw it the highway. I hate it.
No, those are pretty good, man. You can do a lot of things with those phones. You can. They're...
Yeah. A lot of things I do. I mean, yes. Man, listen, man. It take me 4 years to learn how to do it all, though.
He can't think of it. He said, "This guy said, he said he can't think of it alone." I don't know. Hey, man, they want to know how's the cake tasting, man? The cake tastes pretty good.
It's great, man. Where the hell did y'all go, man? There you are.
Hey,
What happened, man? He gets the fuck off.
hey. So did you eat any of Big Ox's sandwiches?
Oh yeah, let me finish about Big Ox Rice. So my first interaction with Big Ox Rice. He walked in. This great big old greasy black stuff. It's just horrible. It's horrible looking. Looks like he looks like some monster that would hide in a dump in a 50-gallon metal garbage can.
Why?
So
My marriage is all I have left.
I go out there, but he's there and trying to cook. He's not really a cook. His job's in he goes in there, and well, we find out later about what he does. They like to kill him up there. My suggestion to about 6 motherfuckers I killed him. So he goes out there. He says he's got these I'm looking for him. They say he's got a sandwich. I don't know him. You know what I mean? At the time. I walk out there to him. I said, "You big ox, what the fuck you want?" This Big John. I said, "Hey man, it ain't nothing, man. I'm straight on nothing. I'm good." He said, "Hey, hold on a minute." Crack. I said, "Man, what the fuck?" I said, "Somebody's gonna start some shit with me way back here on the damn low dock. Ain't a fucking soul to help me back here."
You ready for you?
I said, "We went back here to the back gate. Ain't nobody within 100 foot of us. And they around 9 corners." So it was crazy.
So big ox
So
wanted
I
your
told the big
sandwiches.
ox.
He wanted your sandwiches, right?
That was the basic, the bottom line.
He wanted to do an even trade. He had his sandwiches for your sandwiches.
You want to eat something? So do I.
Man,
So I said, "What kill me?" I said, "All right, let me see what you got." And something just dropped on his face. I said, "No, no, no, no." I said, "The sandwiches, you dumb."
so he pulled out his shit and said, "Hey, this is what you want, right?" And you were talking about the sandwiches. He's talking about something else, some other type of meat.
Yeah, it just dropped out on his face. I said, "No, no, no, no." I
So,
said, "The sandwiches."
so he had his meat in one hand and the sandwiches, and he's asking which one you want to trade.
No, he was just stuck by me.
What the fuck are you going on, man? That he's paying attention in Alabama, man. What the
Every
fuck?
time.
God,
Man, let me tell you something.
God, man,
There's some dead demons in prison.
you got dudes giving themselves enemas. Yeah, that's why stuff. And who was was that
Them
Honey
real
Bun?
sissies, the real sissies, they'll kill you about you calling them a man. But what the fuck are you then?
They want to be called. I don't know, man. But
I want to tell me. I said, "What are you?" Said he said, "I'm not him. I'm not her. I am they and them." He said, "Those are my pronouns." He said, "You dumb bitch, you like dick, you dumb bastard. You just a man with a dick fetish." It was great.
I mean,
So anyway, about these sandwiches, right? He reaches and it's a big old greasy, ugly, dirty, been sweating in the kitchen in the clipper room. That's in the dish room, right? All day long. Over that grill and fryer and shit all day. So he reaches into his boot. He's got on these big rubber boots with big old garbage bag plastic as liners in them, right? So, they sweating real good, right?
yeah, got fucking water putties. Basically the swoop on sweat.
He got these burgers, right? Here he comes out with a burger. He said, "I got them with cheese or without cheese." And they ain't even wrapped up. I said, "Man, who's going to buy that dirty ass shit? With anybody?" He said, "Are you trying to sell this shit?" Who said I was trying to sell it? "I'm trying to buy some." He said, "I'm trying to buy your dick with it."
So he wanted to give you some cheeseburgers for your piece, man. That's a wild. What would you do? What did you accept? Did you accept the deal, man?
Man, I was told to walk off, but I did like a double take. Like I didn't hear what I think I did. It can't be happening to me.
Man, so Damn. So
It's like a clip out of a Jim Carrey clip.
so she like how you really said they get they're real they get one to take one, huh?
Oh yeah, that's one of them. And then you got some that just try to take one. They don't even want nothing in return. They just want one.
Damn, but he was trying to give you a burger for yours.
Yeah, I agree with them. Well, like it come straight off the hill. I mean the grill.
Damn, but and what I mean, like what kind of that's not even like that's a fucked up interaction. Some dude's like he comes up to you saying you got the burger, and then he's like, "Hey, you want a burger, man? All right, it ain't for sale. What do you want with that burger shit? I want your meat for this meat. With or
That's what he
without."
told me. He said, I said, he said, I was trying to sell him. He said, I'm trying to buy your dick with him. I said, you trying to buy what? He said, your dick. I said,
And you
man,
say,
I said, I was thinking to myself, this big old black something is going to make me have to try to kill him out here. I know I'm going to come out on the losing it.
so what did
I'm
you,
going to end up when I shut his jaw for it's over.
so what happened? What happened? Did you end up taking the burgers? Did you end up taking the burgers with or without cheese? Which one was it?
I definitely took the one without the cheese.
So how were you able to part ways on good terms, man? Like, hey, man, like how did that interaction occur, man? Like, say, hey,
I
you said,
just looked at him, man, when he said that. I said, they call you what? He said, you ain't selling the dick. Don't worry about what they call me.
did he take no, man? I believe you, man.
I'm glad I didn't. He might have said princess or something. I don't know.
He took you. Did you hurt his feelings?
Yeah, I think I did. It was crazy, man. It really was.
I don't.
What happened here?
What's up, Hips?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? And I just want to say, man, I respect you. You know, you've been thorough. You know, you did your homework on Mark. Mark is a liar, you know, and I don't respect Mark. The reason why I don't respect Mark is if you didn't do it, you wouldn't get so mad all the time. You wouldn't get so mad all the time. I don't
Yeah.
respect Mark. I got on live one time on Dante's show, and I told Mark he's sassy. I said, "You sound like you sassy." He said, "Everybody say I'm sassy. That means they know you. They know you got female tendencies."
Yeah. We got more some female tendencies.
Yeah, you know,
He got
and
some female issues.
he do, and one thing about it though, Dante ain't stupid. You know, one thing about Dante knew from the beginning, but it's all content. Dante made a lot
Yeah,
of
he
money off Mark.
capitalized on entertainment.
Yeah, he made a lot of money off Mark. You know what I mean? He already knew he was guilty because if you watch the one with Youngblood, I mean with him and everybody else, he was like, "Man, Mark, I'm leaning to. I do think you did indulge."
Yeah.
So when he's talking about is you a homosexual, that's Mark's answer. Dante think you a homosexual.
Man, if I tell you the first thing I want to see when I wake up is David Mendenhall. The last thing I want to see before I go to sleep is David Mendenhall. What part of gay is that not?
That's gay. hey, Hips, and then a matter of fact, Noel.
Yeah,
You know Skylife. You know Skylife, the girl that be getting on Dante's show.
yeah.
Yeah, I looked at her Instagram, man. Her eye is fucked up. That's why she always wear glasses. I
She
saw everything. Her eye is fucked up, and she be thinking she bad. You never go see Skylight without her glasses.
oh man, that's the thing.
Her
Like, I mean, it's
eyes.
good to have confidence, man. But you know, sometimes when you start thinking that you
And
top
then the
10,
reason why I say that because she's always going in for Mark. She's going in for R. Kelly and R. Kelly. So you see where her mind is at. You see her mind is already sick. She got a sick mind already.
oh yeah,
But her eye is fucked up like a motherfucking Skylife eye is fucked up. And I said, that's why you always wear glasses thinking you bad.
Yeah.
Mark got one arm and you got one eye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's for a
Like,
hell
you
of a
wanna get together,
combination.
man. Um, Mark said it. He's like, man, look, he's like,
Half of them just useless.
so I'm
Hey, Noel, man, I just gotta say, man, you the truth, man. You the
thank
truth.
you, man.
You
There's a
the
lot of
truth.
people
It's
that been
never gonna
supporting,
be.
man, and I
Hey,
owe
it's never gonna
Youngblood,
be.
man. If it weren't for
It's,
Youngblood, man, Youngblood nailed the nail in the coffin, man.
and young blood ain't lying. Young blood ain't lying. A lot of people is not trying to be on the internet. It's because, come on now, people don't want to be getting caught up in some of this shit,
Nah,
talking about a person was gay and everything, because then everybody gonna start looking at you. They don't want to show their face. Young blood ain't lying. He ain't lying about shit. He's telling the truth.
yep, he is, and a lot of people in the comments, there's a lot of people in the comments that really knows what took place, or they have some kind of idea because they were there around the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, they do.
And you can read the comments, and they're like, yeah, yeah, because even when I was out there, certain people like Mac G would be like, nah, nah, it ain't what it is. And when it comes out, Hips was selling some truth, but at the same time, there were some kind of inconsistencies that that the dude would be like, check it out. And then once I looked out like the itty,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
when I asked Charles, I said, hey man, you remember him? And he was like, oh yeah, that used to be the one kissing up on Mark. But then it came out that wasn't even itty, that was Reba.
Hey, Noel, I got a question for Hicks. It's real quick. It's not nothing hips. It's not nothing big. Hey,
Go ahead,
You
bro.
what now?
I said, do you know Young Blood?
I don't think I do, man. I was thinking about that
Oh,
earlier
okay.
today, and I
Okay.
don't think I do. But like I said, since
Okay.
limestone, man, I stayed locked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Another 20 years after that, 24 years
I was just
after
trying to.
that.
I was just trying to catch Mark in another lie. That's all.
Ain't no telling what Mark says.
Yeah, yeah. But Mark, one thing about Mark is he played his role. When somebody getting on him, he'll make it. He'll look at the comments and start some shit like he's pouring me, like he put on his mask
Yeah,
because he want to show people sympathy that he had diabetes and shit, or he's got asthma. Then he do some old poor me shit, show him your arm, so you'll feel sad for him and shit. So you forget the fact
I don't see
that
how he's
everybody
got
is there
nothing
for
wrong
you.
with his diabetes, his blood sugar, none of that stuff, his blood pressure, all the protein he ate over the years.
Yeah, Mark and Mark, no, he's just trying to play that role so everybody can feel sympathy for him. But you got to think how the families felt when they was calling to the house and they wasn't
Right.
sounding right, and they wasn't sounding right talking on the phone to their family. They wasn't
Well, I
sounding
mean,
right because they got raped.
or the families that he called the house and took part of extorting them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
See,
they
that was
wasn't
my
sounding
whole
right.
point. And Noel will tell you, when I first started this right here, I had no intention. I didn't even want to do this right here at all.
Hey, I don't care what nobody say here. If you didn't jump on this stuff with Noel, it probably would have been a wrap for Noel. You kind of in a way opened up the coffin, and Young Blood just closed it.
Yep, that's all it was, man. Because y'all gotta understand Youngblood's point of view. He don't want to be involved in that type of stuff. He wasn't involved in it inside there, and I'm pretty sure he don't want to be involved. He basically just he helped me out, man. And I'm grateful and gratitude that he decided to help me out and be like, look, man, I know what was going on. I know the players. I know, because Reba was like the queen bee, man. Everybody knew who Reba was. She's been down there since like the 80s.
Yeah,
She
Ray was the one. Ray was the one that cooked her baby in the microwave.
Oh man, so that's true, man.
Yeah, Ray was the one that. I remember that story. Now, Ray was the one that cooked his baby in the microwave.
Damn, man, fucking what's wrong with
Hey, and
Adam?
then, hey, Noel, you know what? Dante ain't the stupid dude. What it is? Remember in the beginning? In the beginning, if y'all hear what Dante said his wife. He talked to his wife, and he knew he was guilty. So he told his wife, "I'm gonna just get some money for this shit. See how the train goes, and when I find out this man is guilty, I'm parting ways with him." Cause his friends like, how you gonna keep on trying to stick up for somebody that's a homosexual? That mean I might start looking at Dante wrong. So he had to
Right.
part ways with Mark.
Yeah, I think he tried. I think, see, June 5th is not he's not capable of managing himself, let alone Mark. So Dante's still in the background. He's still manipulating. He's still controlling.
Oh yeah, you know that. You know that, Noel.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
he's still he's still in the background. He's just trying to.
Dante's the one who put him on the shoulder earlier today. Guarantee that.
Yeah, man. But see,
Because
today,
Dante can't build no solid content about it no more.
You got to think nobody can believe Dante word. Dante said he had a fake Mendenhall. Then he had Betty. Then he said he got this and that. Like Dante ain't never been credible. So it's just like at the end of the day, Dante had to surrender. I'm getting tired of covering up for you, Mark. Like I ain't got no other tricks under my sleeve.
You're right.
I ain't got no more tricks under my sleeve.
yeah, that
You
was it.
did it. You did it, and that's it.
Yeah, now basically what he's trying to do is join the team on the low key. Now to where he can be Mark's punching bag as well. Make content make content off of Mark, but on the negative side, so he can try to clear his name and say, "Look, man, I'm going at him now too. I'm trying to expose him
If
on my
y'all
channel."
if y'all don't know, Dante really exploited Mark. He brought Betty on there. He brought Mendenhall on there. Then anybody he really exploited Mark. And then at the last live, he's going against Mark. So Mark, man, this is what I'm trying to say, man. You got to be a spectator.
See,
Why do you want
Mark
me to
don't
be a
even know it.
spectator?
Mark don't even know it, but
No, he don't know it.
Dante's the one brought him out.
Yep, you right. You right.
He did, man. He brought you.
I
It's like
tell
he
you what,
promoted, man.
I told Noel 2 months ago, I said, man, Dante ain't doing nothing but making a fool out of Mark.
He is.
Yeah, he is, man. And I don't know if Mark, if he really understands what's going on, or he just doesn't care anymore. He says, man, it is what it is.
And,
And
and everybody playing this role like Mark is stupid. Mark said in every video he's a very smart man. So
Yeah.
that means when he signed them papers with Jonathan Swartz, he knew what the hell he was signing. He said all the time, "I was a smart man." A person ain't gonna say they was smart if they weren't manipulating.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. They sat down and told everybody what they was gonna go over and talk about before it ever was said. And then they didn't pick no dummies to be
Yeah,
on
you
that.
right. You right.
Believe that. They didn't pick no dummies to be on that national television show.
And you got to think, Jonathan Swartz wasn't a producer like it was an acting company.
No.
He's a journalist.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
was
the
an
difference.
investigative journalist.
Yeah, so that's the difference between a producer, because you a producer is acting. Up in there, you wasn't acting. He was a journalist, so he's the one to get more information on what goes on in this terrible prison.
You're right.
real life scenarios. Those were real life scenarios. That's what was happening at every prison. That's
I
before
mean,
the
it wasn't just the gay
the
stuff
Pred
he was
Act.
talking about. He
No, it
went
wasn't
on.
just the
He
gay
showed
stuff.
the
No,
hustles, how the whiskey
hey,
was made, the
and
drug
then
game,
Hips.
everything.
I ain't gonna lie, Hips. And this ain't got nothing to do with you or Fleece, right? I respect y'all, man, because man, you've been keeping it 100. This not about it. Wasn't like you saying, "Oh, well, Noel, I'm trying to clear my name." Mark is trying to clear his name, so that's why all the attention is on Mark. Mark trying to put it on Hips and everybody else. No, you the one that came out and said you trying to clear your name. So now you got to be ready for all this stuff that's coming at you now.
See,
Yep.
I just been a firm believer. The one thing I learned in prison is over the years of being locked up, I went from being a new guy. I remember when I come down to prison, I was 20 years old,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was seeing these AIS numbers that was like 07, 06, 09. Well, mine is a 17 number, right? I'm thinking, damn, God damn, this dude's been locked up forever. So now, before I get out, I'm seeing a 2 8s and 3 O's. And I'm like, damn, Hip, you've been locked up forever, man. So I went from being a new guy to an old convict, right? So, and it is transitioned so much in there to where now I done been through so much and seen so much. My objective here is to
But
one,
you
I
know
learned
what?
this in prison. I don't give a shit what you think about me. It's
And
me that
hips,
counts.
and one thing,
It
hips,
matters
and
what
one thing
I
about
think
it,
about me.
hips, and one thing about it, they always try to put it like, oh, hips is high. Just because you high, that don't mean you lie. Just because you high, that don't mean you lie. You dig what I'm saying?
Man,
You know,
90% of the world has a vice,
yeah,
no matter what it may be.
yeah,
It's
man. I'm
the
calling
same
from
thing.
Oakland. I'm from Oakland, California, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, so you got the lovely one over there, man.
Just been
You can just
noticing, man. Mark,
you can just go to the store.
Mark is a liar, man. I've been listening to this shit. I'm from Oakland, California. Mark been lying, man, this whole time, man. And Dante can see it. Dante can
Yeah,
see it.
he's capitalizing off of it.
He
He
is
knows
though.
how to ask him the right questions and push him in the right direction.
And you see, Dante smart. Dante like, man, now I know he's a homosexual. After Young Blood put the nail in the coffin, Dante said, hell
But
no.
now I will say this about Mark. Ever since I've known him, he's been one that's always been lame to what sounds good.
Oh, got you. Got you.
So you basically say he's easily influenced.
Yeah, just because it sounds good
Yeah, you can tell
don't
his
mean it
influence.
is good.
Hey, Noel, that is right. If you notice when all Beers was talking to him, right, and the Christian dude was talking to him, they was telling Mark, man, how are you 50 years old and you doing all this and that, man? You need to grow up. Oh yeah, you're right. I would never, me being 50 years old, telling another grown man, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Like a little ass kid. A little ass kid.
He's still a little kid in the mind, man. You know, even though he was doing all this heinous stuff,
He's
he
wanting
still
everybody just like he was back then. It's, he feels like he can hustle off other people's pity.
And if he say JG was a liar, trust and believe birds of forever flock together. Whatever you said, Noel, that makes sense. The birds together flock together, whatever you said.
yep.
If you be around
Why else
somebody,
would he have to have? Why else
you a
would he
liar
have to
too.
have?
If he was a liar, you was a liar. If he was a liar, you was a liar. You was around. That's like if I never was pimping and I hung around a dude that was a pimp, I'm gonna end up being a pimp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You think what I'm saying? So Mark,
you're either gonna end up being a pimp or end up being pimped.
hey,
One of the
Mark,
two.
hey, no, Noel, this gonna kill it right here. When Be Humble asked Mark, hey man, so why did you put your hands on a dude's hips? I don't know. My hand slipped. What man in hand is gonna slip and touch another man's lower backside? He caught himself in that lie. He told on himself.
Yeah, now that was caressing, man. That wasn't holding. That was caressing and guiding him into the hump, and you know,
What you?
that was affection. That was a affection.
Yeah, that was holding on to something right
Yeah, that
there.
was a
That
sign of
wasn't
affection. That that's how you grab your girl. You show some kind of affection, or you know,
I hit. How much did you
yeah.
when you was in jail? When you was in jail, how much did you bench press?
Yeah, at one time I got up to 405.
hey, he's sticking to it, man. He's sticking to it. He said
Let me tell you what happened. I can show you pictures. I can send pictures to you.
he said he's sticking to it, man. 405.
So
Well, 405 it is then.
12 years ago, but that's been 12 years ago, man.
Yeah, you probably can do it right now.
Oh no, I might can hit 225 right now.
If you a comedian.
That'd be pushing the limit.
Damn,
And I probably have
225?
to have some help about halfway through.
Yep, you right about that, kid. See, that's what Jonathan said, man. That a lot of the victims he couldn't find, and some he could have one-on-ones, and some just didn't want to speak about it.
You mentioned a comedian. What do you feel about me maybe doing some stand up?
I know you'll be cool, Hips. You got a good personality, man. I when you came on the live a minute ago, man, I didn't really hear what you said, but just how you was laughing, that made me want to laugh. You dig what I'm saying? Like it sounded like it was funny though.
Yeah,
Yeah, me and Noel cut up pretty good sometimes.
yeah. It's because he be saying some. Yeah, I can't be saying the stuff he be saying off camera. You know what I mean? But he be saying some wild shit, man. Yeah, you just pay attention to the mnemonas, man. Like
And
I
like I'm saying, man,
I
I don't
mean,
even know.
to me, the whole scenario, the whole damn thing is this. You said it. Regardless whether you did it, you said it.
Yeah,
You made it
yeah.
seem to the world back then that you did it because you said you did.
You can't believe Jonathan Swartz. You can't believe none of these people that came out, but you can believe, but that documentary. That's what's crazy about me. Everybody that came out and said something about Mark, and the documentary just killed it right there. And you the
Yeah.
only one that's telling the truth. You the only one that's telling the truth out of all these people.
I mean,
Come
yeah,
on now.
you got 20 people in a panel, 19 of them saying one thing and one person saying something else. Who am I
And
gonna
these other
believe?
and these other dudes are smart. Mr. Corner Talk and all these other people. Everybody know damn well Mark did it, but they just want their time just to be on YouTube.
And then the bottom line is, Mark, that's the oldest thing in the book in prison. This ain't the first time this happened. Won't be the last. Nowhere near.
you heard what Hip said. His first interaction with Big Ox said, I got some cheeseburgers, cheese
Oh
without
yeah.
cheese, and I want
And
some
Oh,
with
meat.
cheese
big,
without the cheese.
big Ox was trying to get you hips.
Big Ox trying to buy dick with a hamburger.
Damn.
Well, Big Ox
he's trying to he's trying to swap meat.
at the dumpster on the loading dock. I'm thinking to myself, my God, man, what how you kill this son of a bitch back here?
Dick with a
Jesus
hammer.
Christ, hey, this big motherfucker, man, I will never get away from him.
He's a big old dude, aren't
Hey,
you?
hey, Noel, you know what's so crazy? All this time, everybody said you paid hips. This ain't going nowhere. Now look where you guys at now. They got to end their channel because now Dante, look how everything just reversed and it came back to you. God is good.
Hey,
Everybody was
man.
going against you for a minute. Now Dante even going against Mark right now. Look how God works.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Noel, and I have I not said from day one, man, that if life ain't taught me nothing else out of the world, man, the truth is better than anything out there. I don't care how bad it looks, how bad it sounds, what people think about it. It's still better because then you got to tell this lie. Now you're gonna tell a lie to cover that lie up.
And
Now you
keep it
got to
real.
tell 2 or 3 lies to cover both lies up, and it's on and on and on and on. Then your
And I
story
don't.
you done told it so many times. Now your story changes.
And keep it real.
Oh,
I don't know what grown man will wear the coat and purple hat that Dante be wearing too. We gotta say something about that shit too. That nigga had a purple cowboy hat with an old school James Brown coat on.
sound like he was trying. Sound like he was listening to some Cool in the game, trying to get down on it.
Yeah.
Him and
Oh,
Mark
hey,
may be having something going, right?
hey, man, but I just want to say, man, I respect y'all too. Whatever it is, Noel, man, keep hips with you, mate.
yeah,
Hips
he's
is a
sticking
real
around,
one,
man.
mate. Hips is a real one because at the end of the day, none of this shit wouldn't be coming out if Hips didn't come out and speak his truth. And then when this the funny part about it, he said, Hips, you saw me laying in the bed with another man. Put that on your mama. Oh my mama.
Yeah, that sealed the deal right there, man.
Oh my mama.
That sealed the deal.
And,
Yeah.
and then he sold up. If he sold up, then he put one hand on his hip. You could see the way his little nub was positioned. He was trying
Hey,
to
hey,
put
hold
two
on.
on there,
Hey, Hips,
right?
I got a couple more questions because you was right on the ball with Noel when you said it take one to get one. So keep it real,
Yep.
man. Did you really see that man with some in that man's mouth? And did he
Yep.
take one to get one, man, on some real shit?
On some real shit. I was standing in the cell hot railing just like I said.
So if Mark got online, you would tell him first off, nah,
I
I'm not gonna
told him
double
that.
back.
I told him that.
No, you know
Online.
what you did though. I think what it is, what you did though, Hips, you play psychology on him because I know you did it, but that's your story against my story. So you dig
Well, I
what I'm
mean, the
saying? It's
bottom
like,
line is I know he did it. He knows he did it.
Yeah,
I don't give
yeah,
a shit
yeah.
if anybody else knows it.
No, I feel it. You ain't gonna sit there and say no shit like that either.
No, I could care less. And the
Nah.
thing about it is, like I told Noel, and he knew, I don't even want to. Man, the last thing on my mind was Lamar Moore up until about 3 months ago.
Yep. And then it was so crazy because they said hips still in jail. That's Noel got the fake hips. Now you see how with the information the real hips brought. Now you see what the real information the real hips brought.
Yep. He kept on saying he already had Mendenhall hips interviews lined up, recorded, and they were ready to go, and he was about to start dropping them, and all
Who
along,
said that?
Dante, man, when he first came out, he's like, I already got the interviews recorded, they're about to get dropped, and I'm like, man, that ain't him.
Dante ain't running no podcast, man. He's running a rodcast.
All right, man.
Man, he's
We're gonna end it
retarded,
for
man.
today, Charles, and we do another one tomorrow, bro. I
Yeah,
mean,
man. You
All
can
right, man.
follow
Y'all
at
have
me,
a nice.
bro.
you have a good one, 400. Thank you for
All
stopping
right,
by, bro.
for sure, bro.
Hey, man, I'm enjoying this right here.
Yeah, we'll do
Noel.
another one. We'll do another one tomorrow, man. Sometime when you get off of work or something.
All right, just whenever, brother. Just let me know what time, and I'll try my best to be on it.
All right, I hit you up right now, Charles. Y'all have a good one, man, and thank y'all for tuning in with us, man. And hopefully tomorrow we get some more audience and some more questions for old hips, or maybe Mark decided to join the live and we can ask him some questions. Y'all have a good one, man. Hopefully the chat stay in the videos. Thank you.